Do you have a damaged piece of vinyl floor planking that you need replaced? Sure, if it was on the edge of the room, it'd be super easy to pry it off and put a new one in. But if it's in the middle of the room, let's get to it. Okay, here's our damaged piece of vinyl plank that we want removed. Let's mask it off. This will just kind of be a visual reminder for you and me on which planks we are keeping and which plank is getting removed. Okay, first rule in flooring, always keep extra pieces after the installation. This is luxury vinyl tile. We need an extra piece to replace this damaged piece. The principles and the steps are pretty easy. You're going to cut and remove and put a new one in, but there are some complications because it's a snap block floating floor. Basically, we're going to plunge cut at a diagonal angle. We're going to come straight down the middle and meet up on the other side. Okay, the perfect power tool for this plunge cut is the oscillating multi-tool. You could also use a grinder, a circular saw, something like that. But if you don't want to use power tools or don't have access to power tools, you could still use chisels and a hammer, and you could bang right through there and pry up the damaged plank. It absolutely works. It just takes a lot more effort. Okay, now when you pull these up, remember not to damage the snap blocking system on the existing planks that we're going to keep. So you're going to kind of gently wiggle it, and you'll feel it come loose. Okay, you've done it. You've surgically removed the damaged vinyl plank. Let's clean this up and put the new one in. Okay, now on the new piece, orientate it the same direction as the existing pieces, so the tongue is facing that way, the grooves are facing this way. Also, we will have to cut out the sticking out tongue, otherwise it wouldn't drop in place. Don't worry, that's going to be secured in the future with super glue. So you're going to take a utility knife, hopefully a sharp blade, and you're going to score right where that tongue sticks out. Being careful not to cut the finished facing up side, only the tongue. And it should just snap right off. Okay, make sure that edge is clean, no parts sticking out. And lastly, the tongue on the short edge. Okay, I'm going to attempt to leave the grooves on the other side. I just wanted to cut those tongues. Let's try to do a dry fit and see if it's going to snap in before we go to the glue. All right, I feel like that's pretty good. With a mallet, I'll be able to tap in that last little bit. So I think we're ready for the super glue. So this is Gorilla's version of super glue gel. It is safe to use on all products except polystyrene. That's like your foam type insulations, foam board, things like that. These floating floors are not supposed to be secured to the subfloor, only to each other. Now, if you make a mess, they do make super glue remover, or you can use like acetone or something like that just to wipe it off. This is a gel, so it should stick where we put it and not run so much all over. According to the label, this has incredible holding power. I don't think it'll take much. All the product links that I used in this repair video will be in the video description down below. All right, we did have to finagle this down a little bit tighter and make some adjustments. It's not absolutely perfect, but the edges are glued down, and within a minute or so, that Gorilla glue is supposed to set up. New plank installed. It does take some effort, but it is worth your time. Let me know if you have a damaged vinyl plank and if you've taken on this repair before and if you had any success.